Your choice. We'll either do micro twist and quadruped as our opening meditation, which is on hands and knees. If you don't want to be on hands and knees, you can sit down and we'll do spinal twist repetitions instead. Oh, I wonder how this would feel holding the roll. How do your legs and knee feel now? Are they okay? Not overworked? Let's come into a tabletop with the roll between thighs. You can be my co-conspirator in inventing a yoga exercise. Every time I think I make something up in yoga or fitness practice, someone else has already done it. All right. Neutral tabletop, hands a little wider than your shoulders. Give yourself lots of room to breathe. Lift up out of the shoulders, just enough you're not dumping into the shoulder joint. Untuck your tailbone. Feel the low back softly curved without letting the belly, low ribs blow out. Pull the front ribs in just enough and keep them there. That'll stay steady. Breathe into your back bottom ribs. Turn your chest to the right. Float the right hand up. Relax your low belly. Exhale, pull your low belly in and float the left knee up, maybe a 1/4 inch off the earth. Hand down, knee down. Inhale into the back bottom ribs, almost like cow tilt, but you're not arching spine. Turn to the left, left hand floats. Exhale, pull low belly in, right knee floats. Center. Breathe into back bottom ribs. Turn right, relax low belly. Exhale, engage low belly to float left knee. Hand down, knee down. Breathe back ribs out, turn left, left hand up. Release the low belly. Exhale, hug the low belly, right knee up. Do that to each side 2 more times. And once you are complete, take your time. You'll take the roll out, separate your knees as wide as you can for, if possible, wide knee child's pose, sitting back on heels. If that is tweaky for your knee, you can leave your hips high.
Hey, Dina, can we
Yes?
also do some low back stuff today? I have like just, my low back's kind of bugging me.
Was that irritating to your low back?
A little bit, yeah.
All
so
right.
I'm wondering if we could maybe, like right here.
Across the SI joint?
Yeah, maybe just work on some stuff there.
All right. How does wide knee child's pose feel to you?
Oh, it feels fine. It feels fine. It's just a little tight in there. Nothing's hurting. It's just.
Okay. Sit back just as much as you feel some traction of low back, not a lot of pull. And then just send breath into that area. See if it softens while you breathe. Two more breaths. And then crawl out onto your back.
That helped a lot. Thank you.
Oh, good.
That was good.
And in general, in my class, when there's more people than just the two of us, if ever after an exercise, you need to come into a child's pose or a neutral shape, just to feel the effects of the pose unwinding, take your time. There's never a hurry. All right, let's do elbow to knee abdominals. Stage 1. Let's start with the feet on the floor. Activate the feet. Lift and spread the toes. Keep the balls of the feet down. Feel for equal balance from big toe mound out to pinky mound of foot. And spread all the toes away from each other. Clasp your hands at the base of your skull. Cradle your head and neck as you lift head and shoulders off earth. Send breath down into low back. Flatten the low back down. Exhale, both elbows to your right thigh. Little twist. Pick your right foot up. Knee lines up over hip. Doesn't come too close to your shoulders, to your elbows. Pull your belly in. Set the feet down. Turn your head and shoulders back to center. Press low back, sides of waist into mat. Exhale, twist to the left. Pick your left foot up. Pull your belly down. Inhale, feet down, sides of the waist down, shoulders up. Exhale, twist to your right. Pick the right foot up. Draw navel to spine. Inhale, center. Full inhale allows the belly to relax. Then press the low back flat. Exhale, twist to left, pick left foot up, pull belly in. Keep some softness in the belly as you pull it in, like you're massaging your abdominals into your low back. Take 2 or 3 more like that to each side. If you start to feel it in low back, then choose to be done. And breath into your abdominals and your low back in stillness. When you're complete, either rest with the knees together. Separate the feet a little wider so the knees can rest together. Put your hands on your front hips. Feel your belly move with your breath. And then feel your low back, not pressing into the mat, but getting heavier and softer into mat. Cannonball. If your roll's handy, put it back between your thighs. If you don't want to go get your roll already fell apart, then just come back in a chair position on your back with an imaginary roll between thighs. Thighs hips width apart. Feet active, like you're pressing your feet into an imaginary wall. And if you want more low back support, go ahead, put your feet up on a wall or whatever's nearby, some furniture. So you can flatten low back into the ground. Keep knees over hips. Press palms into thighs. Breathe the low back into the mat. Imprint your lumbar spine into mat. Exhale, press palms into thighs, thighs into palms, like 20% of your strength. Even just a little pressure will create that cannonball pressure. Keep the belly in. Breathe into heart. Exhale, relax your jaw and face. Press feet into real or imaginary wall. Again, 20% strength. Exhale, pull the sides of the waist down, pull the lowest ribs into the waist, slicing in. And then relax the feet down. Hug knees to chest. Take the roll away if you're using, well, your choice. You can keep the roll for spinal twist. Drop your knees over to one side. Maybe you want to hold roller block between your calves to keep your legs separated. And then bring your knees up and over to the other side. Now keep rolling over to crawl back to hands and knees. We'll do quarter dog and then dolphin prep. Quarter dog from your knees, come down onto your elbows, wrap your hands around your upper arms. Fingers right around the middle of the upper arm bone. So the elbows come in probably closer than you wish they would. It could be more comfortable to have the elbows wider, but for these shoulder exercises, it's safer to keep the elbows in closer. Leave the left forearm down across your mat. Reach the right arm forward. You might need to walk the knees back a bit so you can rest head on arm. Or if it's better for your neck, you can put your head on the ground in front of or behind the left arm. Now, tuck the tailbone in a little bit. Contract sitting bones towards tail. Pull your low belly in to, like you're doing down dog, reaching your tail back. Reach the right arm forward. Come up onto your fingertips. Stick them into the yoga mat. Inhale. Pull on the ground with your right hand to drag the right shoulder away from your head. And then exhale. Relax the right arm completely. Fold the right elbow in. You may need to come back to your hands to set up side number 2. That's fine. Reach left arm forward. Again, engage down at the root of your spine to lengthen back from your shoulders. Then walk your left hand in the opposite direction, reaching the left fingers forward. Stick your fingertips into the mat. As you breathe in, pull on the mat so the left shoulder moves away from your ear. Breathe out and release the left arm. Sense left shoulder draining. Then once again, come onto both elbows. Look towards navel as you dangle head off the earth between your arms. Hands clasped in front of you. Press into the ground with your elbows, with your wrists, the whole forearm to lift out of your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Reach your down dog tail back to stretch back out of the shoulders. If you want to lift your knees into dolphin, you can do that. But only if that feels like a sweet stretch for the whole spine without dumping you forward into your shoulders. Set your knees down if they come up. Let's step the right foot forward into lunge. If possible, back knee down on the mat. But if left knee does not want to be even on padding, if there's any pain, then straighten your back leg. That's fine. Hands on either side of foot. You can use blocks if you like. Rise onto your fingertips. Lift and spread the toes of the right foot. Really active, energized feet pressing into the mat so you can relax the hips down. Breathe across the span of the collarbones, widen the front of the shoulders. Exhale, relax your chin back towards your throat. Half splits. Inhale, tuck back toes. Exhale, shift your hips back into hamstring stretch, or again, you can get off back knee if you prefer. Two times with flow, or just stay here and breathe. Inhale, lunge if you're flowing. Exhale, stretch it back. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, step back to lower down onto your belly. Low cobra, bring your hands out in front of your shoulders. Pull the mat towards you to pull your chest forward. Pick your elbows up and draw them back alongside your ribs. Ease the shoulders back. Exhale, lower down. Press back to all fours, or you can press all the way to downward facing dog. And then come into lunge, left foot forward. Hands on either side of foot. Breathe the chest forward. Exhale, hips towards front heel, heel pressing into earth. Hamstring stretch. Inhale, back your hips up, tuck your toes. Exhale, straight-ish left leg. You still have the choice to come off back knee. An option to do that 2 times with flow. Inhale, lunge. And exhale, stretch it back. Do that one more time. And step the left foot forward. Oh, I'm sorry, bend the left knee, step the right foot forward. Fold into your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Take another half lift. Breathe in. And breathe out. Press down with your feet to rise to stand. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Half sun salute. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Make sure you keep your breath going even when you leave your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale to your heart. 2 more like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. You can bend your knees on your way down and on your way up to help you connect to the strength of legs and buttocks. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Ooh. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. Sun salute A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step back into your high plank to hold for 5 breaths. High plank can be on your hands, or you can lower down onto elbows. You can keep your legs straight, or you can lower the knees down, but lengthen the tail back. Pull your belly in. Lower to Chaturanga or lower all the way to your belly. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step or jump your feet to the front of your mat. Breathe in. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more suns A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Pull the shoulders back, whatever you're doing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use your low belly to move you forward and back. Inhale, step or jump your feet forward. Exhale, fold into legs. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank. Lower down. Inhale, pull your chest forward. Reach your tail back. Exhale, downward dog. Pull your belly in to pull you back. Inhale, step or jump forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Moving in a different direction. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Runner's lunge. Step the left leg back. Stay on the toes. Lift the back knee up. Hands on either side of foot. If you want to put hands on yoga blocks, do that. Gaze is down towards the floor as you lengthen, crown of head forward, tailbone back, contract the sitting bones to the tail. Soften the shoulders away from ears. Side lunge variations. Lift your hips a bit. Inhale and exhale. Spin the back heel down into a warrior two-leg footprint. Either fist with the right hand on the ground inside your right ankle. You can put it up on a block instead. Or put your right elbow on your thigh. Left hand to hip. Inhale. Peel your left hip open as you reach tailbone towards back heel. And then left arm to sky. Using the left arm to lift out of both shoulders to widen through the collarbones and between the shoulder blades and the upper back. Warrior two. Tuck your tail, push your feet down, pull your belly in. And if you need to straighten your right leg to help you come up, that's fine. Classical gaze is over the right middle finger. If you prefer to keep the gaze chin lined up over sternum, that's fine too. Inhale, straighten your right leg, hands to your hips. Turn the right toes in. Prasarita Padottanasana A. Inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, hands to the ground between your feet or thereabouts. Inhale, half lift, balloon the back ribs out. Exhale, pull your low belly in, fold for crown of head towards earth between hands and feet. If it feels safer for hamstrings and or low back to keep the knees soft and the tailbone curled under, that's fine. If hamstrings are healthy, you might uncurl the tail, lifting the sit bones high, but keep scooping the low belly in and off your pubic bone. Inhale to a flat back, pull your belly in. Walk your hands towards your left foot, runner's lunge, other side. Extended side angle or side lunge variations. Inhale, lift your hips, tuck your tail to spin the right heel into a warrior two shape. And then again, Either left fist towards earth inside of left ankle or left elbow to thigh, right hand to hip. Inhale, press your hips forward as you peel the right hip open. And then reach right arm to sky. Pressing feet down. There's a lot of downward energy, gravity pulling on you. Breathe. The chest light, the arms wide. And if it feels safe to low back, use that downward energy. Tail down, belly in, push with feet to inhale, warrior two. Gaze over either over left hand or keep the gaze neutral. Maybe close your eyes. But if eyes are open, steady them on one point. Hands to your waist. Straighten your left leg, turn the toes in. Open your arms, inhale. Exhale, interlace hands behind your back. Inhale, squeeze shoulders. And you can choose to stay upright and focus on this shoulder opener. Or turn it into a forward fold. And for your wrist's sake, I would prefer that you get your palms to touch, palms together. You might have to bend the elbows to get there. Yeah, so the wrists are straight. Unwinding from our normal grasping activity. To release the bind, my recommendation is to bring your hands back onto your hips and then let them fall down to the floor. It's usually nice for the shoulders. Walk your hands to the right for low lunge. Lower left knee onto the mat. And actually, yeah, if you usually take a pretty wide lunge, maybe bring the left knee forward so it's right under your hip, more of a 90-degree angle. Back toes tucked or untucked. I'll leave that up to you. Hands to thigh or to sky. Lift and spread the toes of the right foot. Press down with your heel. Fan out your back toes. Energy in the feet so you can relax hips. Tail dropping. Breathe the rib cage up, especially the back ribs. Grounding the right heel. So your buttock should be heating up, not your back. Half splits, exhale, hands down, tuck your back toes. Either half splits, leaving the hips high over the left knee, or if you want to sit back on left heel, just make sure left knee is happy about that. Heel might press right into your pelvic floor if you're sitting. And for this variation, I'm not concerned whether the left knee is opening out to the side or staying into center. Whatever works for your body. Runner's lunge. Bend the right knee. Lift the back knee up. And again, press down with your feet to firm up your buttocks, your hips. Pull your belly in. Now see if we can keep the right knee that bent as you move into warrior three. Walk your hands forward until left leg can come up. Try not to straighten the right leg yet. Press back through the left heel, pull your belly in. Again, press down with the right heel to firm up the right cheek, pull it underneath you. And if you can keep that alignment, then start to straighten the right leg. You can choose to stay in the bent knee shape. We won't be here that long. If you straightened, inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, lower down into lunge. Carefully let the left leg come down, lower the knee down. Twisting lunge, hand on sacrum. Left hand walks way out to the left, so it's off your mat. You do have the option to lower down to your elbow for this twisting variation. Right hand's on your sacrum. So for this twist, lots of space between right foot, left arm. I'm not too concerned with your spine staying straight. You can let things start to sag to the ground if that feels like a sweet release for your hips and shoulder. Now we'll come into a dragon variation. Pull your belly in. If you sink down into shoulder, use your abdominals, come back up. Both hands to the inside of right foot. Turn your right toes out to the right so the knee falls away from your shoulder. Dropping your hips. You can stay up on hands. You can lower elbows down. If the back knee wants to get off the floor, you can straighten the back leg. There are even variations where you press the right thigh open and lean away from it if that is sweet for you today. Keep breathing into right hip and see what feels juicy for it. Then come back to your hands if you came down. Walk the right foot back between your hands. Three-legged plank variation. Hands down on either side of front foot or put them on a block. Take a breath. Exhale, right knee into chest. Draw the right foot back. Use your low belly. Pull your belly in, pull your belly in. And then either stretch back into a downward dog or rest on your belly. Really any vinyasa that allows you to take a couple breaths. "90-degree lunge, left foot forward. Hands to thigh or arms to sky. And again, your choice whether you fan out the back toes, toenails on the ground, or you tuck the toes under. Whatever helps you to connect to your feet so you can kind of relax the hips. Except you might feel some fire in the left buttock. That is correct. There should be an ease of your spine lengthening up. If you feel your back trying to do any of the work, push down with feet, soften the chest. Half splits or Janu B, hands down. Shift your hips back over the right knee or sit all the way back onto right heel for your hamstring stretch. Runner's lunge. Bend the left knee. Lift the back knee off the mat. You can lift your hips fairly high to feel for squaring off the hips and lengthening your spine over your left inner thigh. Scoop your belly button up. Bent leg warrior 3. Push down with your left heel. Pull your belly in, then walk your hands forward. Maybe keeping the left knee as bent as it is as you float the right heel straight back. Pull your belly in. Pull the sides of the waist up. And then if you want to straighten left leg, do it by pushing down with left heel. Then again, bend the left knee if you came up and gracefully set the right leg down, knee down for twisting lunge, hand on sacrum. Right hand moves way over to the right off the mat, or you can put your elbow on ground or block. Left hand on your sacrum. And for this variation, if it feels right to you to let the right shoulder rise and you rest your head right on your shoulder, that's fine. And push down with feet, pull belly in to ease you back to center. Both hands to the ground inside your left foot. Dragon variation, turn the left toes out, bend the left knee away from left shoulder. Now make sure knee feels safe. Angle the foot any direction, toes out or toes forward. Keep the foot flat on the floor or roll off the foot. As long as your left knee feels stable and the whole energy of the pose is going into your left buttock. You can lower down onto elbows. You can use left hand for traction, etc. And come back to your hands. If you came down, pull your belly in. Walk your left foot between your hands. Hands on blocks, ground. You can be on fingertips to make more space. Take a breath into the back body. Relax your low belly out so you can find it. And then exhale, pull your low belly in to pull the left foot back, keeping the knee into chest. And then either step back into down dog or take any other kind of vinyasa that moves breath in your body. Let's come into twisting lunge, right foot forward lunge. This can be also that 90-degree shape as you set up for the twist. So your spine is fairly straight. Sometimes when we come into a deep lunge and try to twist, it torques the spine. So back the hips up, left elbow on or across right thigh. If you prefer left hand on the ground, like we did with lunge hand on sacrum, do that again. Easy twisting warrior. Left hand off to the edge of your mat, tuck your back toes. Inhale, straighten back leg and right arm to sky, or keep it on your thigh. Flank stretch. Bring right hand down to left, walk your hands over to the left, turn the right toes in. Fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, pull your belly in, fold. Bring your right hand onto your left ankle. Cup the front of the ankle. Left hand on the right hand. Relax your right ear into the hammock of your right arm. Allow the right side body to sway. If hamstring's healthy, you can keep lifting the right sitting bone up and back. If that pulls too much, especially right below the butt into the hamstrings, then bend your knees, tuck your tail. Other side, left hand, right ankle. Head rests in the hammock of left arm. Breath into the spaces between left side ribs. So as gravity starts to ease open those spaces, nourish them with fresh breath. Release your hands down. Inhale, half lift. Lunge to the left foot. The way I'm arranged, I can just turn to side on my mat. If you need to come out of the pose to come into lunge, left foot forward, do that. Setting up for twist, so maybe back the hips up and take a breath to lift the rib cage off the hips. Exhale, right elbow on or across left thigh. Or repeat, twisting lunge, hand on sacrum. Twisting warrior variation, right hand to the edge of your mat, tuck your back toes. Inhale, back knee up, left hand up. Twist. Right ribs up towards left thigh. Flank stretch variation, left hand down to right, walk your hands to the right. Turn the left toes in. Let's do spin effects. Bring your left hand to your right ankle. Right hand on left. And you can stay here, flank stretch, round 2. Or spin effects. Right hand slides up to your right hip. Continue to rotate your belly towards your right knee. And then lean your spine back towards your left leg. So left arm starts to straighten. Optional right arm can reach up for sky or wrap behind your back. Rewind the right hand back down the way it came up. Walk your hands over to left leg, right hand, left ankle. Left hand can stay on the right or left hand can slide to hip. Rotating belly into left thigh. Lean away from your left thigh, spine towards right leg. And maybe left arm to sky or wrapped behind back. Gaze wherever neck can lengthen with gravity. Hand comes back down if it's up. Release your hands back to center. Spider, inhale, half lift. Exhale, turn out the toes. Bend your knees. Any expression of spider, hands can stay on ground. Ankles or come up to thighs. You can breathe in stillness as you lengthen crown of head forward, tail back, spine hovering over earth, or you can dance it out a bit. Lift and spread your toes. Hands to thighs. Tuck your tail down. Inhale, rise to stand. Heel toe. Do this very mindfully and make sure your knee's happy about it. Turn the toes in, the heels in, the toes in, the heels in. Using your feet, not your knees, to come back to center. Right knee to chest. Lean the chest forward just a little bit to open up back of spine. Tree. Right foot anywhere to the inside of left leg, just not into the knee itself, please. Any arm variation. Return to knee to chest. Squeeze it in. Activate the right foot like you're pressing down onto a step. Release the arms down alongside your body or put your hands on your hips. Square your hips. Pull your belly in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your shin, take a breath. Exhale, hug it in and set it down. Left knee to chest. And remember, this is knee to chest also. So if at any point, especially when the hips start to take over and distort, come to a place where you can feel for steadiness. Root down through your feet and buttocks. Tree variations. And left foot could be anywhere on the right leg, but I don't recommend pressing into the knee joint. Return to knee to chest. Pull your belly in, lean your chest down a bit to connect to your core. Either hands alongside body or hold on to your own hips. Feel for keeping them square. Pull your belly in. 3, 2, 1. Grab your shin, take a breath. Exhale, hug it in. Samastiti. Half sun. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Warrior 2, right knee bent. Half bound extended warrior or full bind. Right forearm to thigh, left arm behind back, or if you want to do your full interlock today, and the right hand comes under thigh. Runner's lunge, hands down to either side of front foot. As a transition, take a breath. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Separate your feet hips width. Fold. Inhale, half lift, yoga toe lock. Index and middle finger around big toe, palms face each other. Thumbs touch the index finger, but stay off the floor. Or just put out your hands on the sides of your legs. Exhale, fold in. Now, inhale, look at the ground, pull your belly in, bring your left hand to your waist. Keep hold of your right toe. Push down with left foot. You can bend your left knee a lot. See if you can come up to standing right knee to chest, holding your toe. Good. And fold it back in. Bring your hands to your waist, knee to chest. Warrior 3. Fancy transition. Step back into warrior 2. Left knee bent. Extended warrior, half bound. Left forearm to thigh, right arm behind back, or full interlock. Runner's lunge as a transition, hands release to the ground outside of the foot. Square your hips, take a breath. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Feet hips width. No, let's do Padangusthasana again. Big yoga toe lock. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look at the ground. Bring right hand to waist. Tuck your tail, pull your belly in. And use that action. If you're pushing down with the right foot, trying to bring left knee to chest, pull your belly in. And then once you're up, yes, any variation of extension. Return left knee to chest. Hands to waist or airplane the arms, warrior 3. And find your way back to down dog. Actually, all the way onto your belly. Half boat. Line your belly with your arms alongside the body, backs of hands on the floor. Hands and feet will stay on the earth this first round. You can fan out your 10 fingers, 10 toes. Curl pubic bone down into the mat. Breathe the back ribs out. Exhale, roll the shoulders back to start to lift the chest up. Reach the feet or press feet down, curl pubic bone down. Breathe the heart forward. I don't recommend looking forward unless that's part of your training and it's effective for your neck. I'd keep the gaze slightly down. Exhale, lower down. You can look to the right, rest on left cheek, or fold your hands, make a pillow. Separate the feet a little wider, roll the heels out. Wiggle if that's effective for getting breath down into your low back. Boat. Bring your chin or forehead back to center. Feet hips width. Closer if that feels right to you. This time, option to interlace hands behind your back, or maybe your palms are down on the ground alongside your hips. Again, if you want to leave hands, feet down, that's fine. Or inhale, lift everything up, lift heart. Arms, legs, reach the legs back a lot. Rock back onto your pubic bone. Breathe your chest forward. Exhale, lower down. Rest down on right cheek, look to your left, or make a pillow with your hands. Separate your feet, roll the heels out. And wiggle, wiggle if that feels healing. Otherwise, just feel your low back, hips expand with your inhale breath. Release on the exhale. Find your way to sitting. Let's come into armpit variation or dolphins on the beach, sitting with your feet in front of you. Lean back on your hands so you can lift up your flexed right ankle, hook it over your left knee. And you may be sitting back in this variation like you're on the beach, or kind of like a half reverse plank Parvattanasana, inhaling to lift your chest up out of your low back. Or if you want to explore deeper into the right hip, you can walk your hips closer to left heel and see how that feels. Feel for the sit bones rooting down, the low belly scooping up. And feel free to close your eyes while you feel. Maybe slowly explore the angles of your torso towards knee, towards foot. Searching out the sensations in right hip. And if anything lights up for you, stay with that. Pause and breathe. And come out the way you came in. Left ankle, right knee. I do recommend keeping at least the toes strongly flexed, if not the whole ankle. Can stabilize the knee. Again, you can stay back, lifting out of your low back. And a soft, open, but steady gaze. Same perspective you would have if you were actually watching for the dolphins. Or close your eyes, adjust your seat, and shift your gaze inside, down into hip. Back out the way you came in. Janu Shirsasana A, straighten your left leg out. Right knee bent out to the side. Left toes flex up to the ceiling. And you can either keep it flexed at the ankle or you can press out and ball a foot, straighten the ankle, but keep the toes flexed back. Forward fold over the left leg. Inhale, glance towards toes. Exhale to come up. Pick your right knee up so your foot's on the floor. And it's at least a hand's width away from left leg. So you're trying to get both feet right out in front of your hips. Slightly wider might be better, especially because I want this right knee to stay knocked in. Variations, and if you have a yoga strap, you can use it, either folding to the inside of your right knee towards left toes. Again, left toes stay pointing up to sky, whether you're flexing or doing an active foot. Make sure even pinky toes pointing straight up. If your right shoulder's pretty well tucked to the inside of knee, you can reach forward with right hand, turn your thumb down, and then wrap right armpit around your shin, hugging the right knee in that way. Option, left arm can come behind your back and right hand can catch it. And pull your belly in, release your hands if you got them to come on up. Change sides, straighten your right leg out. Draw left knee open. Forward fold over the right leg. Active right foot, whether you're choosing to flex it or extend through the ankle, spread the toes. Left foot can also be active, gently pressing into the floor. Pull your belly in to pull yourself out of the fold. And then set left knee on the floor, or left foot on the floor, knee turned up. And you can walk the left foot as far away from you as you like as you bring left arm to the inside and let the knee rest against your shoulder. And for me, simply sitting like this is a pretty sweet release for my left hip. It doesn't have to go any further than that. You can continue to turn it into a forward fold. If you're not bound, you will feel like you're going to roll. So just make sure pinky toe is still pointing up to the ceiling. If you're feeling into the bind on this side, then reach the left arm forward, turn your thumb down, and then wrap armpit around shin. You can press your tailbone down towards the earth to help you balance if you're using right arm behind your back and catching it with left hand. And release the neck. Pull your belly in, release your hands if you got them, and come up to sitting. Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Feet as close to your pelvis as feels safe, but we'll keep the bottoms of the feet pressed, the toes spread for this variation. Yeah, let's do straightforward forward fold. Start with a straight spine and maybe continue forward, keeping spine straight, or once you've gone as far as straight spine can go, you can start to release the upper spine. And just feel, if you feel yourself pressing back into low back, back out. And feel for our heart moving forward, softening shoulders back. So you're not putting undue stress on the low back. Engage around your tailbone, pull your low belly off your pubic bone. And then use that center to help pull the rest of your spine up. Hands help a lot too. Janu, Parvrita Janu Shirsasana, straighten your left leg out. Your choice of either half straddle with the right knee, so right knee open, but foot does not have to touch the left leg unless that feels safest. Or hurdler's lunge might be an option on this leg. I don't recommend it on the second leg. Left arm up, inhale. Exhale, lean over your left leg. Arm down in front of leg. Right arm, any variation. Right arm can stay behind back. It can reach out to the right like neck release, or it might cross your ear. Anywhere in between is fine too. Gaze any direction that's comfortable, but try to keep the head in line with left shoulder so it's truly a side bend. Your heavy head doesn't pull you into that habitual forward fold. Reach back through your tail, pull your belly in. Ease your way up to sitting. You might need to lower hands, head down to come out. And then change legs, straighten the right leg out. Find a comfortable position for left knee. And putting something underneath the left thigh is not a bad idea, especially since we're leaning that way. Actually, that sounds great. Right arm up. Lean to the inside of right leg, left arm, any position. Pull your belly in. You may choose to look down, hands down to come out, or come out the way you came in. Whichever path is more effortless. Come on down to your back. Let's take a moment. Take the roll with you if you still have it. Otherwise, use a block or something else. We'll just put a little elevation underneath the hips. Like you're setting up for bridge, press your feet down to lift the hips. And I prefer something soft for this because I want, with your legs up in the air, you to feel safe, allowing your low back to sink to the ground. Sometimes the pointy edge is a block. That feels questionable. But if you're using a block and you don't feel any digging into your back, that's fine. My recommendation is big toes together. Gazing through third eye at big toes. If it feels more effective for your hips to release by separating the legs, that's fine. Or even straddling or doing butterfly with legs. Just notice if there's chronic movement, that tends to happen a lot in this pose. It's not quite boredom, but it's a resistance to the deep stillness this shape invites. Choose to surrender into it. And bend your knees. Set one foot down at a time. When both feet are on the earth, tuck the tail to move, roll out of the way. If you loved having your legs up, then go ahead, set your Shavasana up in inverted shape. If your body's asking for any last poses or stretches, of course, take the time. And there is a way to set up your inverted Shavasana, whether your legs are straight or on a chair, with a strap or a towel or something to hold your legs together. So your legs can relax and hold your legs together. I would set yourself up, if you are tying yourself up, with legs hips width apart. So as if there were a blocker roll between your thighs. And you can put an actual real blocker roll or even slightly wider. And that can allow the whole sacrum to broaden and release. Take a slow, full breath. You let it out, either sigh or moan or hum. Move fingers and toes. Stretch if that feels yummy, and then ease over to your side. Press down with your hands, release your neck as you come up to sitting. Palms come together, thumbs at the sternum, lift your heart. May we benefit from the fruits of our practice. May our practice heal not only us, but all of our relations. Namaste.